Hi guys. So I just wanted to share a video really fast. Just a quick question. Not even a question, more so of me just sharing some information. So at the end of 2019, maybe beginning of 2020, I made this vision board and I put all my goals on there. And in the beginning of 2020, I started knocking those goals off and it felt amazing. But then a situation happened that I was literally, if you know, then you know that I was defending myself and got in trouble. Like, who gets in trouble for defending themselves, right? But I was in that situation and I was working for the county. So now that I got this case, I can't retract my resignation. I can't move out of state because the money I was going to use to move out of state, I now have to use to pay a lawyer. And then I don't get to keep my job. Like, it just, when you're up so high and then these things happen that take you so low, it kind of takes you to, you're not even in the middle, you go even lower because then you fall into depression. And that was how my 2020 went. And I didn't share that with a lot of people. I didn't. Um, I shared it with Facebook if you guys did watch. But there's a lot of people that I didn't share it with that I did catch that case and it did depress me. And for 8 months, I wasn't at a job. I did what I needed to do. Like, I had money saved up, like, thankfully. Like, to lose your job right after taxes hit, that wasn't so bad. I still had a couple paychecks come in, and then, like, if I needed, I had my retirement, and then I still had my business. But like, my business, I was literally only doing part-time, so I was kind of forced to do it more, but I also wasn't ready to do it more because I was so depressed about my life, thinking like, my life is ruined. I've never been in trouble before. So like, I really felt like my life is ruined. I can't go forward. I can't do anything. But then at some point I woke up because I'm like, my home became horrible. I wasn't me anymore. My kids got out of control. Everything took a left turn, and it was a hard left turn. And when it started affecting my entire household like that, I'm like, yo, something's got to change, something today. So then I started cleaning my place up, clearing out clutter. If you sage, then you know I would sage my home. I started thinking positive things. I started looking more into, like, I had to try and take breaks from social media or find the good positive pages to join so I can see something that can uplift me daily. I know people always tell me, like, you're so positive, you're so positive. Like, how do you stay so positive through all the things that you've been through? Well, it's not easy. It's easy to go onto social media and say something positive and then go on about your day and you can still have a shitty day. Like, it's so easy to do that because you're not with me outside of social media. So you don't know how positive I could really be. I could be the most positive person on the internet and I could be the most negative person in real life. But people who know me know it's not true, so. But I'm just saying, like, I was really depressed. That I was just like, I don't want to be in here anymore. But I'm not that person that was gonna choose suicide. Although for a lot of people who do not know, I did attempt in 8th grade. But like, my son lost his father to suicide. I lost my brother to suicide. So I would never, 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 never put my kids through that, especially my son, and leave him with absolutely neither of his parents. I would never do that. We have our ups and downs, but I would never put my kid through that again. Like, I can't. Like, and I can't say I couldn't live with myself because then I wouldn't be here to live with myself to go through that. But like, I'm just saying, I love my kids entirely too much to make a decision like that. But I was really at a point that I was just like, I can't go on. Like, this is it. So like, here's my story to y'all. So hopefully you have time to sit back and listen just for a little bit. It's just a little snippet, like a summary. But I went through all that. I was depressed, but then I finally woke up and I started getting my shit together. And then I would talk to my kids, like, because even they knew that I was sad. They wanted to cuddle with me all day and say, Mommy, are you okay? Or just love on me. And I got to a point, I didn't want my kids to touch me. Don't touch me, don't hug me, don't love on me, like, because I don't deserve any of this. Like, that was how I started to feel before I finally woke up and started getting my shit together. But as they start seeing that Mommy was getting happy again, they started getting a little happier. We started trying to get back onto a routine. We still have our ups and downs. Like, it's growth. They're kids, short attention spans. It's not always going to be rainbows and sunshine. Um, But that it made me go a little bit harder. I started to look at my situation and I was like, I wouldn't go through this for no reason. Like, everything happens for a reason. No matter how we want to look at things, no matter how mad we want to be at a situation, everything happens for a reason. And I had to tell myself that. I was like, okay, maybe I'm not meant to move to Georgia. Like, that wasn't supposed to happen. Maybe I'm not done learning lessons here. Maybe I'm not done fixing things here. You can't move on to something else until you were done there. You can't walk through that next door until you finish what you were supposed to do here. Or you can't open that next door because you ain't got the key, because you ain't finished what you was doing here and you couldn't find it here. So no. So I literally started soul searching. I went back to getting 100% healthy. I was like, you know what? Go back to your juice and get back on your routine. Like, you're not you if you're like, if you know me, I'm not me if I don't have a routine to follow. If I don't have a reason to wake up early and get things done, I'm not going to be able to function. I also cannot function if my place is not clean. I can't breathe, think straight, or any of that if my place is not clean. And I was like, and that's not even just my place. Like, it's everything in my life. I have to have order. I have to. So, started getting us on a routine. Still kept looking at things, trying to figure out what lesson I was learning. And I thought it was funny because then for a while, it pushed me really hard. Excuse me, guys, sorry. But it pushed me really hard for my business, just for a little bit. I went really, really hard and was like, you know what? Like, you don't have a job right now. And you need a job. But now that you got this case, it's not even a case anymore. Like, now that you have this record, no one wants to hire you because they think that you are an angry person, an aggressive person, a violent person. They see assault on your record and they're just like, yep, nope, can't hire her. And it hurts. It really hurts. But I had to keep telling myself, like, someone is going to see you for who you really are and know that whatever happened there, whatever happened back in the past, does not define who you are today. That situation did make you stronger. It helped you, but it doesn't define you. That's not who you are. You were literally put in a situation where you needed to defend yourself. And I would do the same thing again. And I even told the judge that in the letter that I wrote, that I don't care what the situation is. I'm not going to let myself get beat up if I know I can defend myself. And then that's when I had to look at life like, I'm letting life beat me up and I can defend myself. I can do something about it. I can change. I can make changes. It is literally up to me. I sat here and I just kept looking at life thinking like, it's not fair. It's not fair. Life is not fair. Life was never supposed to be fair. You can either get up and go get something or you can sit there and complain about it. And I was just like, this is where I need to step up. This is where I need to grow up. I could keep looking at everybody else who has their business and keep wondering why they're being successful and I'm not. That's because they didn't care how many people they reached. They didn't care if it was just one person who liked their post. They kept on going. They're reaching somebody and that's what you're supposed to do, no matter what. You're not always going to have an audience. You're not always going to have people applauding you and rooting for you, but you're going to keep on going. You're going to make it to the other side. You don't always need other people. It's nice to ask for help. It's nice to have a support system, but some people do it without a support system. Some people don't have a choice, and then they end up getting a better support system along the way because people saw where they came from and saw how dedicated they were to something. And I literally started realizing all of that, and I was like, it's a mindset, and my mindset wasn't right. My mindset was not right. It wasn't. And then I was like, I was still holding grudges. And I tell people all the time that it's not healthy to hold a grudge because why would you give someone that power over your life? Like, why? You don't want to do that. So I was like, okay, so I need to release these grudges. I need to let go. I need to forgive. And I think it took me like 3 months to fully forgive because I'm like, every time I thought that I forgave somebody, they would make me mad. And it would be the littlest things that would make me mad. And I'm like, well, why am I getting so mad over this little thing? Because it's literally something that shouldn't even make anyone mad. And I was like, because I'm still holding on to anger. And I was like, why am I still holding on to anger towards them? Because I didn't forgive them. And you can't tell somebody that you forgive them and keep bringing up what you claim that you forgave them for. So I went back into myself and was like, okay, let me really forgive them. Let me really let go. Like, I'm really ready to let go. I want to move forward in my life. I want to remove this hold, remove these blockages. I'm ready to walk through the next door. I'm ready to close this chapter of my life. I'm ready to see my greatness and how far I can go. I'm ready for it. So I really closed chapters, and that meant closing a chapter where a door kept opening over and over and over again, repeating the same cycle. And this is my kid's father had told me, I mean, we've heard the saying before too, but he reminded me, only a crazy person does the same thing over and over again, hoping for a different outcome. And because I was in my feelings when he told me, I wasn't trying to hear him. But over time, when I finally let go of every hold that I let every other person have over my life, and to put myself first and walk in my truth and shine my light even brighter, I was like, okay, I hear him now. I get it. I can't go forward if I keep going back into the same cycle that showed me it's not working. It's not working. I can't keep putting myself off and closing myself off to help other people and putting me last. I can't stop watering my plants, my seeds. I can't stunt my growth to help somebody else. I was like, it's not fair to myself. So, like I said, I heard what he said, and I stepped up out of that cycle. I closed that chapter of my life, and I started moving forward. I started shutting people out. It's hella people that decide to hop in my inbox on Facebook, Instagram, even in my Snapchat. And I barely use my Snapchat. Barely use my Instagram. Like, I go back and forth between Facebook and Instagram, but I, end up on Facebook more because it's addicting. But I have all these people who wants to send messages, and I'm just like, it's cool. And it's people that take offense to me saying, like, I'm not interested in anyone right now. My main focus is me. You don't know what you're missing out on. I'm not missing out on anything, because right now I'm loving myself. I'm giving myself the love that I have been searching for, and I don't want to have to go look for it in anybody else, because if I can't give myself the love I'm looking for, I'm never going to find that love in somebody else, because I'm just giving someone else power over me again. And I need you to understand that and respect that and show me that you can support that. And I tell people, let's start off as friends, but they don't want to hear that. So, like, I just wanted to say, like, the last year of my life was crazy, but I'm checking off goals. I started getting my shit together, and it was not an easy process, but nothing easy is ever worth it. Not at all. We literally work hard for the things that we want, and you feel so much better knowing that the work that you put in paid off. All that hurt that you went through, look at you now, glowing. That's what I got to tell myself. And I don't even want to say got to. That's what I tell myself, because it's a reminder. Look where you were. Look where you are now. Look how far you come. Remember when you thought that you couldn't achieve the goals that you're achieving now? Remember when you thought you couldn't clear your debt, clear your name, get another job, make your kids happy, get back to traveling, live your life? Guess what you're doing now, Jazz? All of that. And you're finding the things that you're passionate about. It's just, this is a longer message than I wanted to give, a longer video than I wanted to give. And it might be all over the place. Honestly, I don't even know. But I don't know. It was on me to share a part of my story, because people really don't know a lot. And it's a lot that I don't tell. And I really do feel like we are put in situations to share our stories to help someone else. And it is so much more to my life that I will share over time, because I know that it's going to help somebody. And I'm at a point that I can talk about this stuff now because I did go to therapy. Therapy does help. No matter what other people want to tell you, especially in the Black community, a lot of people want to act like you go to therapy. Oh my gosh. No. Maybe you should go to therapy, fight them demons, get over that trauma, break generational curses. The fact that you don't have no one to talk to, or you feel like you can't talk to nobody or trust anybody, is exactly why you are in an effed up situation. Is exactly why you still got trust issues and you running around doing people wrong because you think that they're going to do you wrong. People are a reflection of you. No matter how much you want to say they're not, the people that you deal with in your life are a reflection of you. They are giving you a piece of you that you don't like, that you think is ugly. Or me, In my case, I'm gonna tell you like this. I know that I'm a positive person, and sometimes I could be so positive that it's annoying. But you know what? I don't care. I'd rather annoy you with uplifting positive messages than to be that person in your life that's sucking you dry because I'm so negative and don't want to see the good in life. You feel me? So like, I'm a reflection of what you could be, the thoughts you could have, the happiness you could have, the sex, not the sex, the success you could have if you just alter your mind, if you change your way of thinking and you follow through, you actually put action behind your words and your thoughts. Like, we are a reflection of people, and some people are scared to see that. And when someone's gonna watch this video and think, well, who doesn't want to see positive? No, it's not that. Some people are afraid to see themselves succeed. Fear of failure is a great fear. And I don't mean great in the best way. I mean, it is a huge fear. A lot of people have fear of failure, so they don't try. And then they get envious and resentful of seeing other people try and succeed. But you don't know how many times these people have failed before they've succeeded. They don't share all of their failures. People always share their success. Always. But you have to appreciate the process. You do. And that's why I appreciate everything that I went through in life. And that's why I want to share the things that I went through and hope that it helps and reaches somebody else so they can know that you can make it through literally anything. Anything. It's your mind that tells you that you can't. And you are in control of your mind. You need to speak your thoughts out loud. Believe your thoughts out loud. That's what you need to do. Okay? It's crazy, but it's real. Manifestation, power in thinking, all that is real. Have you ever sat and thought how, this is how I say it. People say never, and there's a reason why they say never, because as soon as you say that could never be me, you end up in a situation where that is you. Because I remember thinking, I could never be a single mother. I am a single mother of 3 kids. I would never have a record. I got a record for defending myself. I could keep on going. But you know what I'm about to do now? I could always have money. And I'm going to always have money. It is power in words and the way that you say it. And the emotion behind the words that you speak are powerful. So powerful. So don't speak out of anger, because anger is probably the most powerful, like love and anger, most powerful emotions on this earth. So when you speak with love, beautiful things grow. When you speak with anger, you kill things. That's a message. That's a powerful message. Let me say that one more time, like my therapist would say. When you speak with love, you grow things. And when you speak with anger, you kill things. So you need to be careful. Start thinking positively. Start acting positively. And watch how much grow around you. Watch how much change comes around you, but change for the better. Watch how you realize people are no longer in your life. And don't take it personal. Don't get offended by it, because those people that are no longer going to be in your life is for a reason. They were stopping you. They were blocking you. You can't be blessed when you keep holding on to things you're not supposed to hold on to. You can't move to the top when you won't let these cinder blocks go that are holding you down. You're going to drown hanging on to things and people who do not deserve to be in your life. You really need to have discernment. You need to be able to decipher between who is in your life for a reason, for a season, to bless you or to distract you. You might hear my son upstairs, y'all. He's so extra. He won't go blow his nose when he sleep at night. But I'm about to be on here for 20 minutes, so let me clear this up. Let me close this out for y'all. Really, really, really sit down and think. If you need to take notes, write it out, because that's what I have to do. I have a notebook in every single room because I have to write. Writing is very therapeutic. But sit down and write, what do you want out of life? Then write your fears down. And then write why you can't achieve the things that you want to achieve. And then really analyze why you can't think it. And don't write nothing that's stupid. And by stupid, I mean things that are unattainable and you know that you can't attain overnight. Maybe over time, but not overnight. Don't say, the one thing I really want is $1 million by tomorrow. Like, don't do something stupid like that. Like, take this serious. Really sit down and think about the things that you want out of life and the ways that you can go about achieving it. The things that you need to remove out of your life. What's stopping you? What do you need to change about your routine? What do you need to change about the company that you keep? Do you need to change the way that you look? You can still be you. Express yourself in the way that you dress, but do it in a way, like, it's so much that you could do. The way that you wear your hair, the way that you smile, the way that you look at people, your tone of voice. What is it that you might need to change about you for you so you can better yourself? So you can walk where you need to walk, so you could go where you need to go and grow how you need to grow. What is it that you really need to work on for you? Like, that's it. It really takes you changing your mind, thinking your positive thoughts. And if it's hard for you to even imagine anything, you can still write down the things that you want and say it out loud. Say it out loud over and over every day in the mirror until you can actually picture it. Because until you can picture it and see it, it's not going to happen. You need to see it, taste it, feel it, think it, breathe it every day. That's how the things that we want the most come to fruition. So, guys, I know this is a long video and a long message, but it was just on me to share this. Because again, we are being used as a message, an inspiration, or motivation to other people who have walked the same path that we are walking. It might not be the exact same path, but it is a path that is similar to theirs that people need to see so they know that they're capable of making the same choices. They're capable of having success. They're capable of having happiness and love and healing. You just have to be open. A closed heart is not going to get blood flowing to it the way that it needs to. If your heart valve is closed off, it's going to kill you. You need an open heart and an open mind to accept things into your life. You need to be open to everything, because once you're open, opportunities can flow to you. And then it's up to you to decide, is that the right opportunity? But you also can't be afraid to take risk. Take risk. You don't know until you try. And you can't say that that's not for me. I can't do that. I don't like that. Have you tried it? Do you know if it's going to work? It didn't work for Bob, but it can work for you. You don't know until you try. So don't live in fear. Start changing your mind. Start thinking positively. Walk in your truth. Be happy, be you, be positive, and work on healing yourself if you haven't. It is so important. And if you got kids and you still haven't worked on healing yourself, you need to heal yourself, not only for you, but for those kids. Because think about the relationship you have with your parents. Is it something that you're proud of? Is it something that you like? Because if it's not, make changes so you don't have that same type of relationship with your kids. The things that we go through are for a reason. And that's the one thing I want everybody to remember before I decide to say goodbye. The things we go through is for a reason. You might not understand why you're going through it at that time, but you will later on. Sometimes the things that we go through we think is horrible, but it can really be a gift. It could be a blessing in disguise. We have so many things in our lives to make us stronger, wiser. Just think about things. Just really, really think first. Think positively. That's the most important thing. But really think about things. See where you want to go. Think about the things that you've been through and how it has helped you, shaped you, molded you. Has it hindered you? Has it closed you off from the world? Why? And then go and find ways how you can change that so you can be open. Being vulnerable is the scariest thing for a lot of people, trust me, because I'm the least vulnerable person I know. But I started allowing myself to be vulnerable, and the minute I started doing that, more things started coming my way. Opportunities started coming out of the woodworks like it was crazy. And I'm so thankful for it because I put myself out there. I stopped being scared and I started putting myself out there. Everything that came my way was not something that was good, but when I started using discernment and making my way through things, like, no, let me look into that because that can be a scam. Like, no, opportunities come. You got to be open. You got to have an open mind. And you can't be unrealistic in your approach or thoughts, but also believe that anything is possible. But there is power in thought. And just one more time, love grows things, anger kills things. So think about your tone when you're talking to somebody, and think about the things that you've been through to remember how it has helped you and how it could help the next person. I'm out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of your night. And thank you for joining my YouTube. I plan on, I know I'm saying bye and I'm talking again, but no, really, thank you for joining my YouTube. I've been wanting to start my page for a while. I plan on uploading videos once a week, maybe more, depends, because this is going to also be a journey into my life, what I go through with my kids, like the things that we're working on to change and transition, because currently I don't have the best relationship with my mother, and I don't want that for me and my kids. I don't. And I've done everything that I can to try and mend our relationship, but my mother comes and goes, and that's for a whole nother day. It's a whole nother story I will share with y'all. I really will. I honestly, I love vlogging my life. I do. And I love that I've gotten so much positive feedback from people on my Facebook of how it helps them. And every time I've threatened to delete my Facebook, I've had so many people hop in my inbox like, no, like, I look forward to your messages every day. And honest to God, that is the only reason why I still have Facebook, because I felt that love. I felt that love through those messages of how much I really touch other people's hearts, how much hope I give them, and how strong that they think that I am. And I mean, I do know that I am strong, but people also forget that strong people need other people to be strong for them too, because we can't do it all by ourselves. We can't keep being strong for people. Do you know it took me 5 years before I was able to cry for the loss of my brother and my son's father? Because I wasn't able to do it because I was pregnant, or I didn't want my kids to see me cry, or I had to step up because my mother was too high or drunk to do. Like, it's a long story, guys. I've been through a lot. I'm going to share my stories with y'all. I'm going to share my life with y'all. And it's not even completely for, I don't want to say it's not completely for you guys. I know that the stories will help. I know that you guys seeing that somebody else go through whatever and seeing my journey through life with my kids, how it affect us, or how I'm changing things for us for the better. Like, it's also just therapeutic. Instead of killing my hand and writing, I get to speak it out, because sometimes just talking out loud instead of just sitting in my room and talking to myself, I get to talk to a camera. And so what if it gets views? So what if it doesn't? I got it out, and I felt good because I got it out. That's all you could do. But no, I definitely plan to do way more on here. Share recipes, share usage of my products and my favorite ones, and how it's helped our hair or our skin. Because if you've seen your girl's skin is popping. But yes, no, like literally our journey through life. And I'm excited to share that with y'all. Okay? This is a really long video, but consider this my intro video. They might not all be this long. I don't know. But I am very thankful for everyone. For everyone who gave me courage, strength, love, happiness, who supported me. People that I still don't know who support me. Thank you. You are so truly appreciated, and I can't wait to come back and watch this video another day just to see how much I've grown from day 1 to like day 60 in my videos, and then after, like, just down the road, how much I've grown. I love going back and watching my videos, looking at my pictures, and even reading my journals to see how much I've grown, or if I've accomplished the things that I said. Like, guys, thank you, because if I didn't touch even one person, I probably would not have gone forward with anything. But to know that I've inspired or motivated more than 50 people, that was enough for me. That was more than enough for me. Like I said, I would have been fine with one, but to have over 50 people reach out to me and just, or even to have over 500 people that watch my videos through Facebook, like, that's enough for me. Because even if people say that even if people don't care, you still watched my video. So, you guys have a blessed night. I need to go do my nighttime routine and get ready for bed. We have an early morning. But thank you. Please subscribe if you haven't. I promise every video won't be 30 minutes. All right. Bye.